Wisconsin and Ohio State. Speaking of offenses that can navigate a defense, well, Ohio State's done that a couple weeks in a row. They're laying a big number here, 18 at home against Wisconsin, 56.5, 57 the total. Look, it kind of feels like historically it's a big number to be laying. And when you think about these two teams being two of the more competent, solid, consistent Big Ten programs in football the last multiple decades. But if Wisconsin falls behind, they don't have an offense to play catch up. They just don't. Okay, so it's going to be imperative for this Wisconsin team keep this game close. And I don't know if they're going to be able to do it. And when you look at some of these last couple of years, they played Ohio State 38-7, 34-21, just the last two meetings overall. Are they going to be able to do enough defensively to keep this team in check? Because if they get down 14 points or more, it's done. We don't look at Graham Mertz as a guy that's going to rally the team from behind through the air. It's a team that's got to be able to run the football effectively to be able to have success. And the question is, will they be able to do that here against, Jim Knowles is now the DC for Ohio State. It was a great hire in the offseason. And they've been against the run so far this year. They've been excellent. 84.3 yards per game, 24th in the country against the run. We know that's what Wisconsin wants to do, is run the football first. So if that gets taken away, that does concern me a little bit. And, Wisconsin's defense has very good numbers themselves overall. But, man, you've played, Illinois State, New Mexico State, and Washington State. And Washington State, by far, you had the worst defensive game of the season. And even Washington State, I like their offense. It doesn't hold a candle to Ohio State. So I've got my concerns about Wisconsin, way too many concerns to take them, even with a big number like this. It'd probably be a lean to the favorite for me. Totals wise, Ohio State might get theirs, but, don't sell this improved Ohio State defense short. They made a great hire with this defensive coordinator who did a great job at Oklahoma State under Gundy there, Jim Knowles, and we're already seeing signs of an improved defense here for Ohio State this year. So I lean to the favorite. If I get involved, I'd only look Ohio State. What do you think here, Conor?
Yeah, I lean to Ohio State here a little bit. 77 on Toledo, huge this weekend. The problem is, you think the defense is improved? I think it might be. They played nobody. Notre Dame offense isn't good. Toledo scored a little bit there early on them. I got to see a good offense to really see this Ohio State defense if it's really, really stepped up. I think I'd want more points with Wisconsin. It's just same old Wisconsin. They're going to run it. Mertz is not very good. And how good is their defense? I'm not, sure here early. They lose to Washington State at home, and they just blow out New Mexico State. This is probably a watch here for me. I don't know even know if I want to get on either side. I don't know if I want to lay 17 or 18 with Ohio State. I lean that way. Stroud looks good. Hayden, the offense was humming. Can they do that here against Wisconsin? It'll be interesting.